Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi followed up on the latest developments to the Grand Egyptian Museum. Presidential spokesman Bassem Rodi said that President al-Sisi instructed to finalize all the work of the site at the highest standards on the architectural and the monumental angles. Rodi said that the president directed to utilize the modern technologies for securing the premises and implementing the highest technicians to highlight the individuality and the greatness of the old Egyptian civilization. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli held a meeting to follow up on the progress report of the Alexandria Underground project. During the meeting, Dr. Madbouli stressed the importance of the project and urged to accelerate its implementation. The Prime Minister called for providing suitable alternatives to increase the volume of transportation of the current trains. He pointed out that it was approved on working a number of alternative paths during the executive process of the project. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli received the delegation from the Arab Organization for the Administrative Development. During the meeting, the Prime Minister affirmed the Egyptian keenness on boosting the administrative reform and reiterated that Egypt is ready to provide the expertise for the Arab brotherly countries in this field. Dr. Madbouli also pointed out that the state is working on the transportation of its institutions to the new administrative capital with an aim of upgrading the public services. Foreign Minister Samah Shukri discussed boosting the bilateral ties with the Jordanian and the Iraqi counterparts. The meetings held in the United Arab Emirates on the sidelines of the Sir Bani Yas Forum discussed the coordination within the tripartite cooperation mechanism. Shukri also held talks with the foreign ministers of Greece and Cyprus. The talks covered the cooperation mechanisms and focused on the developments on the regional and the international levels. The Egyptian National Research Body said that it will start the clinical trials for a domestically made coronavirus vaccine. The Egyptian Health Minister Khalid Abdel Ghaffar told reporters at a press conference that they were launching clinical trials of the new vaccine. He said that the trial for the vaccine named CoviVax will start with tens, then hundreds, and will eventually include thousands of people. The details follow.
Egypt's national research body said Sunday that it will start clinical trials of a domestically made coronavirus vaccine. Egypt's health minister Khalid Abdel Ghaffar told reporters at a press conference that they were launching clinical trials of the new vaccine. He said the trial of the vaccine named CoviVax will start with the tens, then hundreds, and will eventually include thousands of people. The Egyptian vaccine has been recognized as in production by the World Health Organization. In a November 12 list of current vaccines under production around the world, it was listed as being in preclinical stages. But Sunday's announcement in Cairo means researchers have moved beyond that and are now injecting trial members. Minister of Health said that it's a very important strategic situation that there will be an Egyptian vaccine that we can rely on in the coming period. The WHO lists the vaccine as among the variety that includes only portions from the original virus to spark an immune response, not a fully intact but killed pathogen. In the case of CoviVax, its protein split from the original coronavirus. Starting November 15th, all government employees are expected to show proof of vaccination to enter the workplaces. Egypt has vaccinated more than 14% of its population. It has been almost entirely reliant on shipments of vaccines, mainly through the international COVAX initiative that is meant to provide shots to developing countries.
Minister of Higher Education and the Acting Minister of Health, Dr. Khalid Abdel Ghaffar, announced that the coronavirus vaccination campaign inside the underground stations has begun in coordination with the Minister of Transportation. The campaign is dubbed Ma'an Natma'in, Altogether, we are assured. Abdul Ghaffar said that the first day of the campaign in the underground stations witnessed an intensive turnout of the citizens, as 500 people were vaccinated at the first hours. Abdul Ghaffar said that the ministry is exerting efforts to activate 14 vaccine centers in the underground stations, train stations, and the number of malls.